He told me just a good story. He said to move on and keep going. Imagine. We have one more life, one more shot at sunrise. Erase everything, start with new eyes. Practicing tragic goodbyes. What if that's
One, two, coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John, you know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it, my words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it, you know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly, we ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all, peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah, come on. Hey.
PHPUgly, this is the podcast you're looking for. Excuse me. Stuck in my throat. If you're looking for the PHPUgly podcast, this is the podcast you're looking for. It's May 4th, 2023, and we're doing the show because I already said PHPUgly, and that's normally where I say PHPUgly. This is awkward, but we're going to push through. We're going to push through it, okay? We are a weekly podcast with 3 developers who make a living with the programming language of PHP. Some of us have a company built around PHP. We get together every Thursday night around 9 p.m. to record and live stream how our day went, whatever's going on in technology, really whatever comes to mind. And you can also be part of that live stream if you join us in our Discord channel at discord.phpugly.com. Pop in there, participate in the live show, stay in there all week. Great set of people in there, fantastic conversations, very smart individuals in our Discord. It's probably the biggest part of our community, without a doubt, probably bigger than the actual show. So you definitely want to be a part of that. We have a couple of people to thank for making the show just a little bit better. We have 2 sponsors, honeybadger.io, who's been a sponsor of ours for years now, and JetBrains PhpStorm. And we're going to talk about them in a little while. We also are going to talk about our supporters on Patreon who have done just a fantastic job at being there for us, really encouraging us and making it like just feeling appreciated for doing the show. So thank you, people on Patreon, and we will get back to you as well. But for now, you may be wondering who the hell I am. If this is your first time watching the show or listening to the show, welcome. You are not lost. You're in a safe, friendly area until we start drinking. Good thing the show wasn't tomorrow. Cinco de Mayo, there's a lot of tequila drinking. Things get ugly. But today is May 4th. You benefit from that. Did I say I'm Eric Johnson yet? Well, I'm Eric Johnson. And with me tonight is John Congdon.
Eric, you want to do the show with us tonight.
And my little Padawan, Tom Right Up.
Hey, so glad to be here. How's everyone doing? Sorry, there's a bit of a party going on here. Let me get that for you. That's oh boy.
Look at it. We got props. We got props, baby. What the hell?
It took your intro for me to realize what your Mastodon message meant. That you were being forced to do this.
I'm being forced to do the show. Yes.
You want to participate.
Mm-hmm.
You made people happy in Discord, so
Cool.
props to you.
That is always my goal, to make people smile just a little bit.
I mean, it was your kids. You made them happy.
Well, I pay them, so that's less appealing, but no, I don't pay it. All right, how's everybody doing? How was your week? Tom, let's start with you.
Oh, well, before the show, I gave you guys some information that I can't obviously divulge everything on the air, but you ever have one of those bugs where you're like in the middle of fixing it, you're testing things out, and then the whole floor falls out from underneath you? It's like, oh, this isn't just a bug, this is an architectural problem. And then you have to have those meetings where you're like, yeah,
Were you looking at my code?
I spent 3 days on this. I'm not going to say whose code it was to anybody. I'm not going to pull the Git blame logs. I'm just going to say, boy, I thought I was off work, and then 2.5 hours later, I was still in a meeting with a lot of people going over what exactly was going wrong. So it's been an interesting day, to say the least. Eric, how was your week?
My week, it's a blur. To be very honest with you, it is a freaking blur. Like, I can't tell you every day. I'm like, all right, today I'm just dedicating to client work. I'm not doing anything but client work. Oh, wait, I got to call the hotel. Oh, shoot, we got to order signs. Oh, God damn it, and the problem with all that is a lot of these things you have to do during the day because you have to interact with people and communicate with people. And so next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like, I guess I'm coding this weekend. Damn it. But I'm loving it. I'm very happy. So excited. We've got a lot of obstacles out of the way this week. We're pretty much like fully focused on Chicago now. I mean, we have a couple
week and a half. Wait, what's your counter behind you say? Oh, I don't see it behind you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to spin all that up. I got a little preoccupied before the show, so I didn't get all my props set up. But yeah, a week and a half.
Yeah. He was working on that intro for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for 3 hours. Okay, John, how was your week?
The same. Big blur. It's just nonstop. I got talked to by another developer on the team about some of my sloppy PRs that got opened, and they're like, he's like, I'll give you a pass, just send them to me and let me look them over, but you're screwing up by breaking some of the PHP 8's rules or standards that we're trying to implement. I think I accidentally committed code where I added a property that wasn't declared. That's a no-no. I was using rand instead of random int in a couple of places, and in one of my tests, I left debugging code. And again, it's just like put it in there because I was trying to figure something out. Test pass, pack it up and go. I'm done. Like I just want to move on because I'm going from that to answering emails to, working on some of the graphics. I never thought I'd be a graphics person, but now I'm starting to learn Adobe Illustrator.
Killing it, man! You're killing it. I'm telling you, you're killing it.
We got our badges ordered for tech today.
Badges ordered. I'm really happy with the badges.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Yeah, it's
no. Those are super important.
Yeah. Tom, you talked about finding weird bugs. I had one of those this week where, in a very specific setup, like you got all these weird email addresses into like a WYSIWYG to send emails to contacts.
Sure.
And I'm like, how in the world is this happening? And it was a weird set of circumstances where build an array of contacts you want to email, but if the first few are bad, or actually if you only have one contact in that list, so you can select 100 contacts from your CRM. If only one contact had a good email address or was allowed to be emailed, but it wasn't the very first, you saw all sorts of garbage. It was weird. So it was a simple fix. Reindex the array, you're good to go. Now whatever the good email is the first one, no big deal. It's just odd. And then other parts of the code, like found another bug. I'm like, how did this ever work? Like this variable is never set anywhere. How is this working? It's so frustrating.
I always say data is the worst part of the job.
Yeah. Who needs it? Get rid of it.
Yeah. There's all the security and privacy concerns. Just get rid of the data. No more problems.
Tom, when do you head out?
Oh,
you're going when?
So on Tuesday, I'm heading to San Jose, and coming back on Saturday, and then spending the weekend with the family, and heading back out on Monday for Chicago.
Did you ever think you would travel this much? I remember when we first met you, you wouldn't leave in Encinitas. Like
I wouldn't say I thought I would travel this much. I would say I've had several nightmares about traveling this much. This week. But no, I'm not a person inclined to do a lot of traveling. One of the many things we will be discussing tomorrow on PHP Roundtable.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for the segue there. So
you're welcome.
Immediately after the show today, I'm going to have all the grips come in. We're going to break down the Ugly Studio, and we're going to put up the Roundtable panel.
Which, as a studio, is weird because it's 3 separate rooms, and we actually run fiber from San Diego to Colorado just to get that latency that we need. It's where we
reduce
are
latency.
Yes, where we are ILM level accurate on our latency. So I have to VPN before every show.
Hey Woods, are you in Discord, or somebody? Is anybody in Discord that has the link to that countdown for PHP Tech? I'm going to throw it up on the old iPad here and put that behind me so we can all share in it. So if somebody has that link and can throw it into Discord, I would be so grateful.
Is that countdown starting to feel like the clock on 24, where like every second you can hear it go binking, binking, binking?
You know what? Last week it did. This week things are so much smoother. We got the tags for the trailer, so that was the biggest thing.
Huge. Yeah.
Oh, it was massive. It's like we literally could get the trailer to Chicago, but we could not legally get it back to where we needed to get it back to after the conference.
You guys suck at smuggling drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear.
But so that as far as from like a time crunch perspective was the biggest thing, because you're dealing with government bureaucracy to get something done. And it's just like, all right, anything else, like, not that I want to, and John and I think we have all our bases covered, but like anything else, you can pretty much, the more money you can throw at it, the chances are you can get it done quickly. You know, like if we needed something done overnight for the right price, we could get it done. But with like the DMV or BMV or MBA, or depending on where you are in the country, they're called different things. That's not the case. Like they work at their own pace, and there's not a whole lot you can
And they
do.
have their own rules. It's like we were told as a company, you cannot go into a branch and register a vehicle. That it had to be done through snail mail. You had to put it into an envelope, send it to them, make sure you include a letter and tell them what you need. But that's the only way to do it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
When I
Snail mail. Did you catch that part?
Oh, no.
Snail mail. Yeah.
I can tell you, when I drove a van from California to Colorado and took it to the DMV, they just asked, like, do you have a preference for like the starting number of your license plate? And I was like, no. And she's like, fine, and just reaches into a stack and grabs one and gives it to me. That's how it works here in Colorado.
Well, let's be clear. As an individual, that's probably how it worked where the trailer's at, but not as a company, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But we got it done. No small part thanks to, once again, let's all say it together, Champ.
Thank you, Champ.
Thank you, Champ.
Is the freaking man, I tell you.
I know. In your introduction to the show, talking about the patrons like stepping up big time. I mean, listeners of the show stepping up. It's just amazing. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely,
we
crazy.
shouldn't allow him to be a patron on Patreon as well as saving.
I don't think is he. I don't think he is.
Is he?
Patreon supporter.
We should just block him.
There we go.
You're not allowed.
Not showing up there? No. This way?
Yeah, John, you can't have any AWS keys on your screen right now because those glasses are showing them off.
I know, it's bad.
I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Well, see, now I got to move my chair this way. There we go. Awesome. Did you guys check out my new hoodie? Check it out.
What?
Yeah, we saw it. I thought you were doing like a Hacker Man thing, but it was a Yoda thing.
It's a little hot though. I gotta take it off.
I hate you so much.
You're probably not aware of this. You're not aware of this, but John is. The wife and I, we're empty nesters now, and we're looking for hobbies, you know. And it started off with a cricket. Do you know what a cricket is?
Do we need to add a delay to the live feed for this?
Not yet. We'll probably get there, especially if we cover one of the stories you have in Trello. But for now, we're okay. The cricket is like this device that all it does is cut things, which is like
so
okay.
The last time we talked about it, we had a lengthy discussion about whether it's called the Surcut or the Cricket, and it is called the Cricket. It's just a lino cutter thing.
Extremely precise, extremely sharp, dangerous, all that. But once the wife showed it to me, I'm like, wow. I'm like, we should like cut out like things to press on T-shirts, and then that led to me flat out buying an entire shirt press thing with like all the bells and whistles. And over the last 2 weeks, the wife and I have been mastering it, and so we get a little better. Like John actually got, I think, the second thing we did, and now we're up to like full T-shirts now, and feeling pretty confident we have the techniques down. We're learning. We've both been watching all these videos on YouTube and how to do things, and It's been fun. So
Is
yeah,
this
every
being
time I have an
provided to
idea
me?
for a shirt or something, I create it, I send it to the wife. The wife does her magic, and next thing you know, I have a shirt.
So am I getting one of these in Chicago?
What do you want? You want an ugly shirt? I don't know. I don't know if I have
Yeah.
time to get a. Let me talk to procurement and see if we can get a.
Or a
See
hat
if
or
we
a
can
hoodie?
get a. We'll see if we can get some T-shirts in here, and I'll if I can I'll make you one just because to print these off, like I can't just print off this image. I have to print off like 2 of these images to really like get the worth out of the paper. so I just like I have like a dozen PHP Architect logos, PHPUgly logos. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get you maybe we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got people I can talk to.
Have
Your kids are smart. Look in Discord.
have the wife pack the Cricut in the luggage. Bring it to the event. Do some live printing.
Yeah, it's definitely not something we can pack up, man. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. This thing is. I'm sure there's definitely bigger models. Matter of fact, we've looked at like the more expensive models already, but this is way more than I ever thought that I would just purchase for my house. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun because I'm always having these ideas for T-shirts, and for a while, I found one of these T-shirt places where I could purchase onesie twosie T-shirts. But the problem with it is like if I don't like it, but I just want to change one thing, like John, the PHP Architect, that's like a baseball logo, that came out way too small. I'm like, oh, I just want that to be a little bigger, and yeah, I wasn't going to go buy another T-shirt with that logo on it just to make it a little bigger. And now I can. Now I can just keep kind of going through it. So it's fun.
And you're able to lay it out and check it out before actually pressing it on, so you're not wasting the shirt, right?
Well, yeah. We even have the tools now to measure things to make sure they're in the right place and all that. Yeah,
Look at you go.
Yeah. We matter of fact,
The
we were
life
just
of an
talking
empty
today.
nester.
We need to expand once more. We're actually bringing the whole thing. We're gonna make room out in the garage by the 3D printer and laser etcher.
What about the north wing? You don't have rooms over there?
That's where all the help lives. It's just rude of us to intrude on them.
Now,
no North Wing. What the hell are you talking about?
Don't you have more bedrooms in your house though?
We do. Yes, that has been an option.
So I'm also going through a similar almost empty nest issue where I'm working very hard at being an empty nester. But in preparation for that, I have acquired bees. So I'm not sure if you've been in the Discord channel lately, you might have seen some pictures I've posted. But I have an operational beehive in my backyard now, and it is a weird responsibility.
But what is your overall goal with these bees? Just out of curiosity.
Bees. What's your goal with a dog?
Well, my dog doesn't produce honey, and I can pet my dog and take my dog for walks, and my dog gives me, cuddles and makes me feel good and pisses me off more times than not. But you can't do any of that stuff with bees, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Maybe put a few in your pocket. I don't know.
It's a caretaker position. So bees, when you first install a package of bees, which is what it's called, you're in the caretaker position. You have to do all of this management, make sure they have enough food, make sure that they don't have veromites. And we actually bought an online course of how to care for the bees. And some of the stuff is mind-blowing. I mean, just the way that bees function is insane. And obviously, the first thing I thought was like, you could program an AI to be a beehive super easily because they operate on such fundamental principles and they have such a weird. This is an actual quote from the video I was watching, the educational video I was watching, but worker bees are all female, drones are all male, and drones don't have a father, but they have a grandfather, which is such a bizarre statement that like
Nah, you know,
I
my
had to
my
write
wife
it
is
down
from
on
West
paper.
Virginia. It's actually we're pretty common.
Well, no, but to not have a father but to have a grandfather is such a weird genetic trait, and it reinforces genetic diversity throughout the entire world of bees. There's just such fascinating stuff, and everything about their body is designed just to produce wax and honey. They have a special part on their arm that's called an antenna cleaner that just cleans the antenna, and the whole process has been crazy fascinating.
So that's your whole objective is just be a caregiver to bees.
So after the season ends, we can set up what are called honey supers, which is where we can collect honey. But right now we're setting up these things called brood boxes, which provide honey for the bees over the winter season and throughout their developmental process. So we're not even we're months away from the process of actually making honey. At some point, we will start making honey. We'll start collecting wax, that kind of stuff. But really, my wife loves bees. I love bees. They are the caretakers to the world around us. So our goal was just to have something, to give something back to the environment that really humanity has consistently taken away.
Fantastic. Well, good job, John.
Yes.
Let's talk a little PHP. You want to talk
Let's do
PHP?
it.
You asked me a question before the show. I guess my response to your question before the show is, would you be available for some pair programming?
Yes.
All right. I think
Live
with
right
that.
now?
Oh, you want to do it live? I'll do it live. We can do it live. With that said, I feel fine announcing it because I think we're close enough. But are you good with that?
Yep. Sure. We need to start talking about it anyway. So
Yeah, let's say we're going to target Sunday or Monday, depending on when we have some time to do some pair programming. But don't hold us to this yet because we didn't get a sponsor for it. We're kind of coming out of pocket for this because it's something we really want to do. Our response to ticket sales at PHP Tech was so good, so much better than we had anticipated. And quite honestly, we're not sold out, but we're bumping up against what we had set for ourselves as like this is our cutoff bar, and we kind of had planned all the food and space and room around that. So not only that, but the hotel is fully occupied, so there's no more room at the hotel the conference is at. People are having to stay at neighboring hotels. With that said, we definitely don't want people to miss it. We know some people are still uncomfortable coming to big conference events. And we have been talking and we've been trying to find a way to live stream it. And about a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, we just buckled down. We said, listen, we're not going to get a sponsor who's going to pay for this. We just need to pay for it. And we just need to figure out how to do it. That makes sense. That's not going to cost us, our next house or anything like that. And we did a bunch of grinding on this, like a lot of grinding. If you've tuned into any of the user group meetups, you've gotten a sneak peek of some of the solutions we were trying out to live stream. But I think we're going to live stream. If it happens, it should go live on Monday, where you can buy a virtual conference pass. It will be at. I'll give out the URL. You want to give out the you give it the URL? You can give it out.
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you go to the URL, it's going to be phptech.tv. You can go there now, but there's nothing there, so don't get too
Coming
excited.
soon.
But I would say by Monday morning, you should be able to purchase a virtual pass. That virtual pass will give you access to all the tracks as they're happening. We're also going to try to do like little freebie talks. So on the landing page, there will be a live stream of either like the lobby or maybe a keynote, maybe possibly or some other talk. We're still kind of working through that. I mean, we're literally doing this as we talk. I mean, as we're doing all this other stuff to get a conference ready, and we're also trying to get this done. So we're just figuring it out as we go along. But if you have a ticket to the conference, you're already going to get access to all the recordings. That's always one of the challenging things, right? You see a couple of great talks and you can't decide which one to go to. Now you don't have to worry about it. You go to whatever talk you want to go to, you make a note of the other talk, and then you come back and you watch the video. If you buy a virtual pass, you will have that as well. It'll be a little easier for you to pop around from track to track, but you don't have to do that. You watch whatever track you want, get the most out of it, and you can watch the others when the recordings become available. I don't know what that turnaround time looks like. So
give it
really
a
happy
good
with that.
18 months, 2 years to get the
Yes, if only we had a friend in San Diego who was an expert at encoding things quickly and posting them online.
Ramsey in our Discord, who will also be on the roundtable tomorrow. Ramsey in the Discord asked about Federation. You know what? I thought about something. Let me get through this. Ramsey, if you're not aware, the solution we were working with and was really up until this week was probably the solution we were going with was Owncast, which acts as it joins the Fediverse and communicates with Mastodon and all that. I was really excited about that, but there's just too many limitations. There's too much maintenance for us to do. We really addressed a lot of the problems of getting it done, but end of day, I think we found another solution that we're just going to be a little bit more comfortable with. But
so just to clarify, is this one of the secrets over the last 4?
That was the big secret. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing. Yeah. I started coding. I just decided I'm like, I'm going to try to code this up. We didn't buy anything. We didn't buy a package. I put together a website and I'm like, all right, if John's feeling
you did a great job at it too.
We'll push through.
Very happy with it.
I showed John. John was like, this is perfect. This is everything we need. I mean, it's very minimalistic, but it's everything we need.
And then some.
So yeah, so we decided to start looking better at streaming solutions and excited. Let me ask you a question, John, because I think this is true. Ramsey, Sarah, and Joe. Joe. They're all presenting at Tech, right?
They are.
They're also the lineup for PHPUgly in 2 weeks.
PHPUgly?
What?
Oh yes.
What do you mean?
Have I not been clear about that? That we will be recording without you guys?
Oh, during the conference. Oh, well, they're also all regular panelists on the PHP Roundtable. So I might have unknowingly showed a little favoritism.
I can tell you, it's going to be a lot looser than Roundtable.
You're recording? Yeah.
It might get someone banned from Twitter. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Just please don't violate the COC. That's all I ask. Don't.
Yes.
We in an event we have run in the past, we've had to kick somebody out of the event because of COC violations. It's not fun.
Very awkward. Yeah.
We don't want to do it. We don't like doing it. So,
looking at the history of events, though, it seems like there's just one every time.
I mean, when you have that many people, there's going to be a jerk. Like, there's always going to be that developer who their company sent them there, but they're not really interested. They want to show that they're badass, or they want to, they want everybody to think that they're cool or something. There's always going to be that one person who does that, and
And
I
that's why the Pinkertons are doing security at this event.
yeah
I don't know who they are, but I do want to say we take it seriously. So if you're at the event and you are uncomfortable or feel somebody is violating it, we do want you to come to us and let us know, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We've talked, when you had Wave PHP, you had a cool down room or like a chill room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a similar thing going on at this conference?
There is. There will be a OSMI quiet space. Yeah. So there will be a place if you just need to get away. It's all we ask is, respect everyone in there. You don't go in there and take phone calls. You can go in there and just to get away from things. Leave everybody else in there alone because they're probably doing the same thing.
Exactly. Really excited. I got so many people are going to see me at the conference, so I'm really happy about that.
Probably everyone at the conference is going to see
there's me, there's John, there's your wife, your current wife.
I mean, there's like introductions I've kind of committed to doing for people, because that's the weird thing about it. I don't get extremely starstruck. I never have. I get goofy sometimes because I want people to know they're appreciated, or realize people are excited to see them, but I don't really kind of get starstruck. So I don't have a lot of problem walking up to people and talking to them. I don't really care who they are, unlike Tom, who pretty much pees his pants.
I did not walk up to anybody. Somebody walked up to me and I just abruptly left. That's a very different response.
But the thing about these conferences is you can meet such interesting people, and like, to squander that opportunity because you're too nervous to go up and talk to them is just like, don't squander. Like, if Xdebug is something you like and you appreciate and has helped you, and maybe you have a question, talk to the creator of Xdebug. He will be there. He's very approachable. He's very friendly. I had a few people ask about Mack, and I'm like, yeah, Mack is a fantastic guy. He's very cool.
Awesome.
He's one of my favorite people in the PHP community. So easy to talk to, and I mean, I've spent many conferences hanging out with Mack, and I'm like, yeah, I'll introduce you. No worries, because they're like, some of the people are like, yeah, I don't think I could walk up and just say hi to him. I'm like, all right, I'll walk you up and say hi to you. but really, don't. If you're coming to the conference, we talk about this all the time. This is such an opportunity. You meet people from internals, the people who are actually doing the coding that's making PHP better for all of us down the line. You've got some of the people who maintain packages, who have built businesses. Obviously, there's John and I. Mack is the guy behind Shift. Derek, Xdebug guy, has his SaaS.
Ramsey, UUID.
Yeah, I mean, there's just businesses, packages, internals. The people are there. Don't hesitate to walk up and say hi, or just really, even if you just tell them how much you appreciate the work they do, the work they've done, and how it's impacted your life and your ability to make a living or to make art and develop things.
So
that goes a long ways in the community.
I'll take this question. We have a private chat for the three of us. I'll take the answer in the private chat, but have you seen some people coming to the event where you're like, they must have forgotten who we are?
I actually had one. I had one this week that I got giddy about, because we're friends and we only get to see each other at conferences, and it's not a tech conference typically. So I'm not going to share who it is, but everybody
private chat.
everybody who listens to podcasts, PHP podcasts, knows who this person is, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm very happy to be seeing them and saying hi and catching up on old times.
So, Eric, a quick question for you. You've got this new app tool thing that you wrote up for all the video content, the live streams, the videos. How are you tracking if that's working correctly or like throwing bugs, stuff like that?
That's a great question, Tom. As a matter of fact, today I installed Honey Badger, a sponsor of the show. I don't have the read up here. Do you want me to run the commercial?
I thought you were.
Do one of you guys have it? I don't have it.
We were both ready. We were on board.
Well, you didn't give me a heads up.
He did. John did.
I'll do this.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Classic Tom. That did look infected, however. You probably should have somebody to look at it. Oh, hi! If you know me, you know I'm somebody who literally wears a lot of hats. I'm a podcaster, a publisher, and a coder. What I'm not is somebody who has a lot of time worrying if their site is giving their users problems. That's why I use Honey Badger. Now let's be honest, Honey Badger is a sponsor of the podcast, but that's not why I feel good talking about them. I've been using Honey Badger for years and couldn't be happier. Honey Badger has a suite of monitoring tools specialized for developers. It's the only system that combines monitoring, uptime, and cron heartbeat monitoring into a clean, fast interface. Honey Badger offers a generous, free tier, and with just 2 lines of code in about 5 minutes, you can start monitoring your application. Personally or professionally, it works for everybody. Honey Badger can help you identify and fix problems sometimes before the user even knows there's an issue with your site. And at no cost to sign up, it's literally free for peace of mind. So go over to honeybadger.io and sign up for a free account today. What's going to hurt? If somebody asks you, tell them the Ugly Squad sent you. Now I got to get back to podcasting. I got these co-hosts I need to talk to. And they are co-hosts. I don't care what anybody says. I'm the host because I'm cooler than all of them. Thank you, Honey Badger. Guys, don't be rude. Thank Honey Badger. Ugh.
Thank you,
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger. I hate that commercial more and more every week I listen to it. I'm like, damn it, I need to re-record that again. It drives me crazy. Oh my God, everything about it drives me crazy.
It's good. It's a good one.
So you know what I did find out, John?
What's that?
I discovered we're doing the whole conference thing wrong. We're just doing it wrong from A to Z.
Well, now you tell me with your iPad's gone. With a week and a half left.
Pretty sure I said that like 8 months ago.
My NoCal kid, so we have NoCal kid, SoCal kid. That's how I'm going to refer to them moving forward. I forget what their names are in Discord, but NoCal kid and SoCal kid. NoCal kid pretty much makes a living going to conferences. And they get a lot of different experiences on how conferences are run, good organizers, bad organizers. They recently went to a conference in Palm Springs, which my current wife and I had the opportunity to drive over and meet them for lunch. And they were explaining to me how this conference is being ran. And I'm like, wow, we're doing everything wrong. So this is an extreme case, but I do want to circle back on some of it. According to them, at this conference, and understand, they were a vendor and a presenter at this conference. So they were doing both. So they were manning a table and they were presenting a couple of talks, not just one, but a couple of talks. Not only do all the presenters, not just because they were also manning a booth, but all the presenters have to pay for their own travel, pay for their own hotel.
I like where you're going. I like where
for
you're going.
their entrance into the conference.
Oh,
So they
I
have
like where you're going.
They still have to pay to get in the conference, and we're not done. They have to pay the conference organizers money to rent equipment or bring their own equipment to do their presentations.
Oh, I like this.
We are doing things so incredibly wrong. We're
Oh, I know.
paying for way too much.
I know what we're talking about at the speaker dinner.
Uh,
How tech is changing next year.
Narrator's note: he's just kidding.
No, I'm not. Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, actually, Ramsey in Discord says it sounds like a Python conference. It's more than just Python. So I remember before the pandemic, years ago, there was a lot of talk, even in the PHP kind of circles, about how PHP conferences are way too generous with what they give their presenters as far as travel and lodging and free entrance to the conference. I guess that is not the norm with a lot of these programming languages out there. Python,
okay, so
was like that.
let me jump in on that. Years ago, when planning for Wave PHP first started, you both had voiced concerns that this was going to be a sponsors only conference. Only sponsors get to speak. This was before reality set in. I forgive you for forgetting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but that was not. There was an honest concern when we had sat at a table and talked about this. Was that you didn't want to give sponsors too much leverage in assigning talks, and it sounds like that's what's happening with this other conference or many other conferences, which is that it's really a sponsors. It's a sponsors speak out type of conference where you're not getting members of the community, you're getting representatives of companies.
Yeah.
And as much as it costs, I would love to say us money, but just costs you guys money. As much as it costs money, it the way that you're doing it is the right way. Bringing in talent instead of promotions is how you move things forward as a community. And Ramsey said, sounds like a Python conference. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's if you look at like Drupal conferences, it's maybe 2 invited speakers and 10 sponsored speakers.
I don't think he was implying that it was a good thing.
No, but
Yeah.
I want to say, like, as much as you're joking, you're doing it the wrong way. I am so glad to be involved, minimally involved, but involved in doing it the right way, which is community leaders, core developers, and interesting topics instead of selling you a product that accomplishes something ephemeral. Not that doesn't have a place. That's how conferences happen. But if a conference is all of that, that's not good either.
Yeah, but we did go a little extreme. I remember in the past, it's like if you get
thank you for the surf and turf.
You get one
pleased.
You get one night at the hotel plus one night per presentation that you do is what I think I typically see at conferences. And then for some reason, as I was setting this up, I didn't think about any of that. I'm like, everyone's going to stay Monday to Friday. Everyone gets 4 nights. And it's like, that's expensive. It's like,
well, but a lot of, if I recall correctly, a lot of people at Wave PHP, a lot of speakers, or maybe not a lot, several speakers came in, did the conference, and left. They had a tight itinerary.
No, nobody. I will say, to this day, Wave PHP was one of my favorite conferences. I understand we're the ones that organized it, but that was like a special event. I wish we could have gotten more people interested. I wish we could have found some more sponsors to be interested so we could have done it more frequently. But you cannot beat what we did at Wave, and the fact that we were on a private beach, but we were close enough to like a touristy entertainment area where they have roller coasters and all that. We had lunch on the beach every day. We had breakfast every morning. It was hands down a great conference. Just took a lot of work, and doing anything in San Diego is also pricey.
Very pricey.
Amazingly enough, this podcast is not just about PHP tech. There's been some interesting news this week.
Let's hear it. We doing Trello cards? We had no show notes last week. Let's see if we can't punch through a few Trello cards here.
I mentioned Drupal earlier. Drupal just announced a $70,000 award for innovation. So
those guys do it right.
There's a thing called the Pittsburgh Innovation Contest. They've raised $70,000 for just overall prizes. And if you have an idea and want to present something, then Drupal has award money for you. So check it out. I'm not sure what the exact deadline is on it. Do you guys see that?
No, I'm actually looking to share it right now here.
But I'm assuming it's obviously something you have to build with Drupal.
Well,
or is it supposed to be like a plugin for Drupal or just anything?
It's a Drupal oriented improvement. Loosely inspired by Shark Tank. It can be I believe it can be a paid extension to Drupal or a core extension to Drupal. It's being judged by the creator of Drupal or the president of the Drupal Foundation. It's if you're interested in Drupal at all and want to try and spin up your own little SaaS or your own plugin enterprise and just get a little bit of money out of it, it's a great way to start. The open source community doesn't usually have a lot of cash out there up for grabs, so it's something I think our listeners might be interested in.
So the deadline for the video submission is May 25th.
Excellent, thank you.
When I was doing Community Corner for PHP Architect back in the day, I had the opportunity to talk to a few people in the Drupal community, including a couple people in Drupal core. Just great people. I mean, really, there's so much I like about the PHP community and all its little nooks and crannies and, our different specialties. We have our WordPress communities and Drupal communities and Laravel communities. The Drupal community, I've always been on the outside looking in. I've never really participated. Any PHP developer has spun up a Drupal once or twice in their life, but I'm no different. But I've never really got involved with it, and I kind of wish I had, because I just like how they do things. But yeah, Drupal community is a great community out there. We have a tendency to forget, especially Drupal and WordPress. They've become so big and kind of their own ecosystem that you forget that they're PHP. They're part of the PHP community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you're a beginning programmer and listening to this for some godforsaken reason and don't know what Drupal is a CMS. If you're interested in content management systems, hop on into the code base, check it out. It's a great place to educate yourself on how PHP is implemented in the real world. So check it out. But since you mentioned WordPress and Twitter, someone mentioned Twitter, right?
A couple people.
We gotta do our little Twitter breakdown of the week, because it's nasty. So this week,
hold on, before you go on, just want to. I'm scrolling through chat. Jeff Simpson on YouTube. welcome. Thank you for watching. It really, if you want, I don't know what Super Chat is. Do either one of you guys know what Super Chat is?
Yeah, during a live stream, people can donate money to the stream, and their chats go to the top of the list and prioritize.
Nice.
But guess what?
We don't do that.
We don't do that. Our minimum donation level on Patreon is $2. Why don't we pull up our Patreon supporters right now?
Because we're not at that point.
I don't have it, but I will give
Right
it.
now.
But Jeff, where I was getting at is, if you really want to be part of the show, you're fine chatting with us on YouTube, but you don't have to do Super Chat. But pop it over to our Discord. That's where all the happiness is.
During the stream, we will see your YouTube chat come through, but
This is
during
true.
the week, hang out with us in Discord.
And we do have a new supporter on Patreon.
Aw, thanks,
Okay.
Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
The Patreon is heavily themed this month.
I see that. I like it.
You know what I have to say about that?
What's that? So thank you, all our supporters on Patreon. You guys are fantastic, and you do a lot for the show, including participate. Thank you.
We also want to thank, before we go any further, JetBrains /PHPStorm for sponsoring, because they've stepped up to the plate huge. They're going to be at PHP Tech. They'll have a booth there, you know, people you can talk to. And I got to tell you, I just still love using their products. It's been great.
And I know the people in the community, I still owe you my little Vim bindings for PHPStorm. I really want to do it because it's pretty fascinating what you can do with customizing the Vim plugin in PHPStorm. And I'd also like to kind of address some of the things that people have, why they don't like IDEs in general, like PHPStorm or VS Code. But I will try to do that. I really wanted to get it done before Tech. I will try to do that. I've got a lot going on. We'll see if it happens.
Just a tiny bit busy. But one of the things our friends at PHPStorm would like you to do, if you tried PHPStorm years ago and were frustrated with a lot of the performance problems that it had, if it's been a while since you've checked it out, now is the perfect time to check it out again, because it has received significant performance enhancements and an expanded feature set. Curious to see if it's right for you? Head to jetbrains.com/PHPStorm to learn more about it and try it out with a free 30-day trial.
They got a new UI. They got a new UI that's really nice and clean. I enjoy the new UI very much.
There was a conversation at work today about the share code, the share programming that's enabled in PHPStorm. Am I saying the wrong?
No, yeah, it's called
Together.
Yeah.
So great feature, and we're starting to use something. We're starting to use that at work, so that'd be great. It's a great feature. I'm sorry, I'm reading 3 things at once.
No worries.
It happens.
All right.
So back to Twitter, back to the man himself, Elon Musk. We've talked in the past about the API becoming a paid product now, which this week resulted in WordPress simply dropping support for the API the Twitter API. There is...
Oh, really?
Yeah, no more free promotion of... If you're a WordPress.com member, no more free promotion of your posts through Twitter.
So painful to listen to. Yeah. It's happening. It's happening a lot of places, though. A lot of places that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft did it last week, but for WordPress, I mean, it's a core promotional tool for people who use WordPress, and they're just like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I told you a lot of these social networking services out there, they don't do Twitter for the free tier anymore. It used to be Twitter was like the free tier, and if you're on the free tier, you can't have Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta check some of my old sites that I have completely forgotten about because I used to have like, most recent tweets and that stuff up there. I wonder if those are still working.
Right. I know PHP Roundtable Sammy had coded up some stuff to do tweeting, and I got a nasty little email from Twitter saying you can't do this anymore. You have to apply for our developer program and pay us this much money per tweet. And I'm like, not that important to me. I'll post to Mastodon.
I mean, I know you're a big proponent of Mastodon. I can't. I have not gelled with it yet. I still pull up Twitter on my phone just to see what's happening.
I'm not gonna lie, I do too. I mean, I still have a lot of people who either haven't converted over that I like to follow, or I don't know where they're at on Mastodon. That's one of the challenging things with Mastodon is that discoverability is still not easy. That reminds me, I meant to look for NPR. You guys said NPR was on Mastodon, right?
Yeah. So the NPR issue has gotten a bit worse.
Oh dear.
Last week, or the week before, Elon Musk had changed what counts as state-sponsored media, and NPR got flagged as state-sponsored media along with BBC and a few other state co-funded media sources. But when NPR said, well, we're just not posting anymore, we're done with Twitter, Elon Musk this week came out and said, well, I'm just going to give your Twitter handle away to somebody else who will pay for it then. Which is crazy.
Great guy.
Yeah. This is the opposite thing of the blue check mark. This is now, if you
That's
don't
blackmail, right?
It's straight up blackmail. If you are not participating enough as a large corporate entity, I will give your handle away to somebody else. They can buy a blue check mark and just be you now. And
see, this
who were following you are now following the other media source.
This is why I like Mastodon. I pull up Mastodon and okay, you've got the Elon Musk of Mastodon, Ben Ramsey's at the top of my stream. We'll look past that. I say that with love, Ben. I know you're in Discord. And if you're in the PHP community and you are been curious about joining Mastodon, hands down, Ben runs probably the biggest PHP Mastodon server out there. I'm sure there are others. I know we have one for PHP Architect, but that's not open to the public.
As soon as I get my server in, I'm beating the crap out of Ben.
PHPC.social. If you want a Mastodon account, that's where you want to go. That's where all the PHP people are. A lot of PHP people. So check that out. And Ben Ramsey is the Elon Musk of Mastodon. Yeah, I gotta find things.
Elon Musk's behavior. The Discord is saying, this is blackmail, this is extortion, whatever. And you're not wrong, but this is when you give a 12-year-old billions of dollars and they don't understand the ramifications of it. It is that the actions that he makes, which are on our scale, are much smaller, but on his scale are like legally binding problems. And he keeps doing this. He keeps saying stuff on Twitter and in public that cost him millions and millions of dollars. And it's such bizarre behavior for somebody who's as influential as he is.
Yeah.
But people in power tend to forget that they're people in power and do crazy, stupid things. So here's the... Oh, hold on. I have to change my lighting. This is the PHPUgly After Dark.
After Dark? Is the PHPUgly After Dark?
This is time for... I gotta go red. It's like 5 buttons. There we go. PHPUgly After Dark.
We're always After Dark.
Utah legislators have passed a law requiring identification via a legally state-issued ID card for viewing adult content on.
I was really hoping we were going to talk about this one.
You were hoping we were or were not?
We were. I saw it on Tom's Trello board, and I thought to myself, I should do some research. And I popped onto my Proton account, grabbed a VPN endpoint that was in Salt Lake City, fired it up, went to visit Pornhub, and sure enough,
no one said anything about porn.
Sure enough, the video that's in the link that just posted to Discord came up. Now, to be thorough, I VPN to a lot of other states. Actually, I got about
Several
12.
hours of research.
Got about 12. Started getting a little dehydrated.
She immediately
tired.
brought it afterwards. So,
Started
why did I
chasing
spend
a little
that
bit.
time?
I'll do the rest of the research later. But yeah, I can validate that in Utah they've shut it down. I think it's funny if you watch the video. Did you watch the video, Tom?
I didn't watch the video, but I, from the thumbnail, it's very clear that they are they're taking this very lightly and very seriously.
Yeah. The weird thing about it, I was actually kind of looking forward to them bringing some knowledge to the world and explaining, why this is bad and overreach of government and this and that. They didn't really do that. And their solution was kind of like, huh? What are you saying? Like, I think I only watched the video once, but if I remember correctly, the solution was that they should be the industry should be doing validation based on your computer's ID number. And I'm like, what? What do you think? What do you think a computer ID number is exactly? How does that validate I'm over 18? Like, it's fine if you don't agree with it and you want to try to bring a better solution to the table, but like, bring a real solution to it. Like, talk to people. Like, I don't know what they were trying to explain, but it didn't make sense. It's like a better way to validate somebody's age is to, track their computer ID number. I'm like, are you saying IP address? Is that the Mac address? Like, multiple people use the same computer. Multiple people in the same house use the same computer.
As much as I hate it, I think they're being intentionally vague.
No, I don't think so.
This feels like an attack on the cookie requirements as well as the new state law. But
right.
What's interesting to me is that it is a proactive maneuver. The website in question,
Pornhub,
was not under any kind of like legal threat at the time that they made this decision. But as a large website, the FTC and state governments can actually pass a law and roll back the behavior from before the law and fine you for behavior exhibited before the law was passed. So as soon as this became true in Utah, Pornhub was very proactive and just said no. Like, you have not clearly defined what identification is. You have not clearly defined what returning to the site versus a new customer is. So, excuse me. So they took an extraordinarily proactive stance on this, which.
And to be clear, I want to make sure we're perfectly clear on this one point, Tom. This is Pornhub doing this. The state of Utah hasn't implemented anything yet. They haven't implemented any blocking system or anything like that. This is just this one
So
very strong player in that industry.
So the law's not in effect yet, but the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, did sign it into law in March. So it is not, while it's not currently active, it is now the new law of the land. And like I said, you can be fined for breaking the law in the past when the law didn't exist. So this kind of behavior is really mandatory for a lot of larger companies. And even if you're the largest company, something like with mouse ears, people are going to come at you for political reasons, and you need to be putting up that walled garden, that defensive layer, right now when they start trying to attack you. So while that website...
He's waiting for you to say it.
I don't understand why he's not saying it, but okay.
The name of the website.
That's not the name of the website that's popped up on your screen, in case anybody's wondering.
While they are not currently under authority for this law, that does not make them not responsible for enforcing it immediately. Which is, it's a weird gray area, but that's the way it is right now.
All right, let's lighten things up a little bit. We already shared our supporters on Patreon. We've already shared about our supporters on Patreon. And if you're a supporter on Patreon, you got a little inside track to something that John has been teasing for a while. Is this something we're ever going to share on air, or is that like the extent of it? Because that's not like a very secure way of like not sharing it.
No. Let's say next week, maybe.
Sure, right before we leave for tech. Yeah, let's plan on doing that. We won't have a lot on our mind then. Yeah. Are we recording next week?
No, you said this week got easier, so next week will be even easier than that.
I fly out on Friday, so let's see if I'm in the mood to record. I don't know. I got to say goodbye to my dog, who, of course, I don't have the dog's camera set up today.
What are you doing
she's been sleeping in there.
What are you doing with Toast while you're gone? Because you and the wife are going.
Yeah, I was looking to the person who did training for her also offers boarding, and we felt like since she had a pretty good relationship with him that that would be easy. But it turns out our SoCal kid stepped up and has offered to just basically stay at the house the entire time we're gone. I'm sure there will be a party or two thrown, as long as they don't break too much. I guess I'm okay with it. They're all adults now, so we don't have to worry about like underage drinking or anything like that, which is such a relief. I can't even explain to you what a relief that is.
Is of-age drinking less concerning than underage drinking?
Yes.
I feel like it's worse.
No, because both my kids are very responsible. They will, if they are somewhere and they drink, even if they're a little inebriated, they will hang out with a friend. They will Uber. They will sleep over a friend's house. And they are very insistent on their friends doing the same thing. So especially at our place, we're so far removed from all the kind of crowds that our kids hang out with that it's just one of these things like, hey, come on up, stay the night. We'll get, shit-faced and, everybody can go home in the morning. And that's kind of how it is. They're good kids. We did something right there.
Except your kids are finding a ways around your banned content. You banned things from the stream, but they figured out a way to get it on there anyway.
Oh dear.
Banned it from Discord. I shouldn't say banned it from the stream.
I didn't do that. That must have been some bot.
It's probably a default setting or something.
Yeah. Some bot did that. So yeah, no cow kid.
we'll hang out here. I still don't know.
NoCal or
what I'm
SoCal?
doing.
You
I'm
said
sorry, SoCal. SoCal Kid is hanging out.
Is
I
no
still- I
Kid
still don't
coming
know-
to the conference?
No, I thought about having them both come, but
I'm gonna
NoCal
miss
Kid,
them. I like your kids.
yeah, they that's all they do is travel to conferences, and
Yeah,
you know,
and
they
literally
have a
just leave me
relationship.
on
They
on Discord.
have
They're-
yeah, they live with their partner, so it would have been not nice of me to invite them. In SoCal Kid,
And well, they can buy their own plane fare and hotel room and buy a ticket to the conference.
you,
Just saying.
you don't remember being in your 20s, do you? At all.
I do, and I would have had to.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm exciting stuff. I'm excited. And then of course we have Nashville after that.
Oh, stop
Hold
complaining
on,
about
go
missing
next
finals. I'm missing playoffs for my kids' mine and my kids' baseball team.
Well, you got a win under your belt, though.
I say based on what we've heard, are you really missing it?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go mean with it, but sure.
All right. I
It's
think
fun.
we've talked about all our sponsors, right? We don't have anybody out
Yes.
there. We're down to 8 viewers, so people are dropping off. It's midnight on the. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Our
on
viewers
the
are
East
dropping
Coast.
like 2 flies.
It's midnight in Chicago, which is where we'll be in a couple of weeks. Yeah. So what time are you going to
Excited
record
about
in
it.
Chicago, Tom? What time are you planning on recording?
Oh God, I haven't even looked at the schedule. I have to plan that out, and I'll tweet Sarah. She'll figure it out from the rest.
You're going to bring all you're going to bring equipment and all this?
Oh no, this is going to be like a cell phones gathering.
Gotcha.
It'll be 100% awful, but you won't be there to defend yourself.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're not that far behind. So.
Yeah, I know. I've already got the title picked out. Extra ugly.
Okay. All right. That's it. Episode 334. I don't even know if I mentioned that. 334 people. We've been doing this for a while.
You've
It's in
rehearsed
the
this for
book.
hours.
I'm Eric.
I'm John.
I'm Tom.
Keep
John
it
still
ugly.
didn't cue it up.
Ugly.
Keep
Ah,
it
still-
ugly. John still didn't cue it up.
I'll
And-
figure it out one of these days.
I don't know what's happening. Wait,
I don't
what
know
are we
either.
doing?
He doesn't know.
I'm totally lost right now. Wait, what's
Me too.
happening? Why does it keep sharing that?
I don't know.
We're just pressing buttons now. Here we go. Video storage.
I always
Oh
forget how to
my
get to
God.
it, so I'm playing while you do that.
1, 2, 1, 2. Coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never
There we
on
go.
some
That's what it
average shit. You know, Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host name Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John. You know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP, the ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go. Hey, shout out to y'all. Peace to the whole squad, man. Hope your channel is doing real well on YouTube. Hope you guys are having fun. And it was an honor and blessing to do this little custom freestyle for y'all. Hope you enjoy. Stay up. Yeah. Come on. Hey.
There's so many buttons we forget to press during the show.
I just dropped my mouse.
Hurry before your cat gets it.
Our Mastodon handles for anybody interested. Tom, I'm not putting yours up because I checked this logs and you have never logged into your account.
Not never.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's missing completely.
What are you doing, man? Discord, people watching the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. That has been fun. I'm gonna kill
Discord made this such a great show.
They always do. I think people tune in more for Discord than anything else. My Spanish-speaking kid just trying to find ways to get banned. Is that what they're doing right now?
Yeah.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh God. That's terrifying, Ben. Oh, where's that? Where's that other one? I gotta close that other caption, I guess. Close it.
I can't believe you dropped the ball on me getting you to say Pornhub.
I said it many times. What are you talking about?
Just the one time it mattered.
One time mattered more than the others?
It's me making you say it.
Oh, Pornhub. Pornhub gets blocked, huh? Interesting.
Not too surprising.
I swear, I thought I saw other people post it. I guess not, huh? Oh, well. Discord, y'all are awesome. Thanks for the show. Thanks for hanging out with us. Montana? What? How you say that? Cressy?
Creasy.
Creasy? Creasy 4747? I don't know what that is.
Creasy, you've been on here. You've done like 3 episodes with us, right?
Pretty sure. Oh, Discord Nitro. Montana. Yeah.
Where the guns are women and the women are violent.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
BRB.
I honestly don't know where this is configured in Discord. We're terrible at this, by the way. Discord. I mean, we really do the bare minimum. Are we doing? I meant to bring that up during the show. For the virtual ticket, the virtual pass, are we going to do like a Discord channel for people to hang out and talk for each track?
So I was torn on, again, terrible at Discord. We have the PHP Architect Discord server already. I was going to do, I have a Tech 23 general channel, but I don't think I need these to be locked. I don't think there's any reason. And then I guess we could do like one per room and say, like, if you're in there, like, you can chat about whatever's going on in that room.
Yeah. Just like that. That's what I was thinking. Like having a Discord channel for each track, basically. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're not really. I mean, they're tracks, but they're not like common topics.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. We could always start a PHP Tech Discord, but no need to. I mean, that just seems like overkill. Like, why have people go to another Discord?
Yeah. I mean, it's already hard enough with PHP Architect and PHPUgly, but that makes sense. We had PHPUgly as a community and then acquired PHP Architect.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crossover.
And we've opened PHP Architect now, right? It's open for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is one of the problems with how we're using Restream now. I've got to remember to go in. I got to break the Discord tie to PHPUgly and enable it for PHP Roundtable. Not that Roundtable has that many people, but it's just like we want people to be able to ask questions. We don't know if people are going to do it, but want people to be able to ask questions of the panel. So Discord and Twitter are really the ways to do that. Mastodon, of course, as well. So I got to make a slide for that. Shit, man, I got so much to do. But yeah, that will be. I got to do all that. I got to. So I got to do that, and then I have to. I don't know what the other Discord. There's two
So-
ways you have to find Discord. I don't know what the other one does.
So Tom, I happened to go to the PHP Architect Discord server, and I'm like, hey, there's this new operations channel, and I go and look at it. Honey Badger testing exception. This is a test error generated by Honey Badger. PHPTech.tv landing page is down. PHP TV landing page is back up.
That's Honey Badger, baby. Oh shoot, it's down now because I took it down and I have it monitoring a string.
That's the
I need to
we,
put that.
we praise Honey Badger, but like, I never feel like it's enough.
What?
It's
Like,
such a
it's a
good
great
product.
tool.
And like, I wanna say like, hey, even if they weren't sponsors,
But please don't stop
but
sponsoring.
then they wouldn't sponsor us. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what we get out of that. I think I might get a new microphone in a couple months, but
Yeah. All right, let's actually I have to fix that monitor now. I forgot all about that. It's
Are we
also supposed to post to Discord, huh?
are we still recording to YouTube?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you not want to record? We can shut down.
No, I just have a clarification to make after we're offline.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I did. I've got to just have this check on here. I could have just done a 200, but I didn't want to do 200.
Eric, I sent you a link to the Discord spammer.
Let me take a look at that in private.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're getting more popular on streaming platforms.
How do I open this? Open an app. Maybe. Oh, who's this?
Right,
Oh,
it's just
yeah. I actually just so they came from Twitch. I actually banned them on Restream. Obviously, that doesn't go out. Remove all. Delete message. Report message. Can I ban the? I can't ban the person because it's the bot from Restream. I didn't realize that had made it through. I thought I had caught that on Restream.
What spam was it?
It's just I didn't even read it. It was up. It wasn't anything, inappropriate. It's just spam stuff.
Yeah, you can click the link; it'll pull it up.
Oh, does it still pull it up? Because
Yeah.
I just nuked it. Does it for me?
Oh, it might not now.
Yeah. I nuked it.
Anyways, do you guys know if you want to do next week?
I was planning on it, but I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. I can do it next week. I mean, my flight isn't until the afternoon, so it's not like I have to leave at 5 a.m. or anything like that. I just was planning on.
It's Friday
packing.
night, right?
Yeah. Friday night.
All right. Well, I'll be in Monterey, so I won't have my regular setup, but
Oh, you won't be there. Are you?
I'll be there. Well, actually, oh shit, I should check that. We have an itinerary, and it is dense.
Okay. Well, I mean, if nothing else, John and I can pop on for a little while.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I have to find it again. There we go. Final details. Offsite. Verify me. Fingerprint. Thursday. Oof.
They don't have you doing stuff all night. What are you talking about? Stop.
Yeah. 5:30 to 10:30.
What?
I should probably drop out.
All right.
That's so. What time do we normally record? PST.
9.
Yeah.
They're
I
really
can't-
gonna have. They're gonna have you doing shit that late.
It's like I said, it's a packed week. Like the whole week is scheduled to the 9s. 10:30s.
Well, then you're really on the hook to. You're really on the hook
No,
to
So,
do
but
a live stream at Tech.
no. So
Ramsey, you do need Honey Badger. Matter of fact, you need him. You need to tell him you got him because of me.
it starts at 5:30, and it's a 300-person party. I don't think I'm gonna want to stay the whole. What time did you say it is?
9.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. So count me in. I'll be there.
All right.
We can just play it by ear. It's okay. If you're here, great. If you're not,
we
we'll make it work.
should play it by ear, because if the party starts at 5:30,
You're gonna be so toasted by then. Yeah. All right, let's talk about stuff.
I'll check in via my phone for 10 minutes and then go back to the party. Hey, but 7 a.m. the next day, yoga.
That's gonna be fun. I've always wanted to get into yoga.
It's awful. Don't do it.
I had a friend who did what was it, hot yoga, and he
Bikram.
loved it.
Bikram yoga.
Oh man, he just loved that.
So
He
the
he
thing
got,
about
he
hot-
got in shape too. I don't know how you get in shape doing yoga, but he got in shape.
the thing about hot yoga is it's really hot.
Yeah,
Like your body
absolutely.
burns calories existing in a 120-degree room.
Oop.
So
But I mean, he didn't only lose weight; he got in shape. Like the guy started developing a 6-pack, and he was an older gentleman.
what an asshole.
Yeah, I want to do something like that. I need to do something that's low impact, so my knees don't blow out on me.
Well, so you know, when we have our conversation tomorrow, I had more anxiety attacks in the last week than I had in the last 10 years.
Yeah, all right. We should touch base a little bit on. Yeah, I mean, I think I have a good feel for what we can talk about, and what we can't talk about. Pilates, yep. Ramsey, Pilates, another thing.
Did
For the
Pilates
longest time,
once.
I thought Pilates and yoga were the same thing. Just Pilates was like a more intense
No.
yoga. But
Pilates
yeah,
has
I learned
tools.
it wasn't. Yeah, like that. They look like torture tools. Like they look like, yeah,
They don't just
Like
look
so-
like it.
they are.
Oh yes. I did Pilates once, and my girlfriend and I agreed that we would never do it again. No, I've got like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like fully scheduled.
Do. All right, so we'll
I
kick this
dislike the ambiguity of this 3-hour
Wife,
period is
If
for
you're still
team
listening, wife, I'm chatting with you. Oh, okay. They're watching. All right.
team building activity from 1 to 3:30. I think, honestly, I think that there's a different team building activity for the engineering team, just because engineers don't do team building as well as other departments.
Is that what you're considered?
The what?
Is that what you're considered engineering?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Jesus Christ! Don't get all.
I'm sorry you're
just
struggling
asking.
with being management.
I'm not management.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
John,
owner.
Eric's management, right?
I told John today.
Not based on his not based on his coding recently.
His PKIs.
Yeah, he's hitting massive PKIs.
Is that good or bad? I don't know.
You're exceeding expectations.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't know these terms. I told John today.
Without the circuit,
he
without the
yelled-
circuit printer, very low. With the
He
circuit
yelled at
printer,
me today.
very high.
John yelled at, or yesterday, yelled at me. Said I was oversharing or something. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I said you were oversharing.
Yeah.
I believe the exact
Ramsey, what are you doing? Ramsey, I
Tanking-
hope you're up this late
objectives.
working on your article. No, don't you go to bed. You've been watching the show this whole time.
Says they'll have it to you on Saturday.
I need something in my inbox. Let's go.
Oh, for
Saturday
anybody who's
nights.
still listening, if I don't recognize you at tech, I am mostly face blind. It has nothing to do with you. And if I run away, I'm sorry, Taylor.
Yeah, just don't make any sudden movements around Tom. Based on
Please
the
don't.
conversation we had today, what Ben is working on is going to be a very interesting column. We already know that he's writing a column, I think. So I've been very excited about this column and have been pestering him about it for a while. So it's going to be a good one. I'm very excited. Assuming we get it, Ben.
Oh, shit. Also, I'm going to need $30 of the Patreon money.
Love you, Ben.
I did not realize...
We don't need to talk about this. We're still streaming. We don't need to talk about this now.
I did not realize that playing the Mexican hat dance at maximum volume while my wife was asleep was bad. So I need flower money. Cause I'm gonna hear about it tomorrow.
Cool, man. See you tomorrow, Ben. Get some rest.
Yes. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, it just occurred to me. All three of the panelists for PHP Roundtable are speakers at Tech. So I'm going to have to make sure I make mention of that. And then
Or
also, Ed and Beth and I assume Joe are doing an uncon for OSMI while they're there. So Ben or Ed is the person you meet. I know you're kind of excited to meet Ed, who's going to be on the show tomorrow. He's going to be at Tech as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, thought you'd like that.
Yeah.
Did we do a blank schedule for the Uncon?
I don't think so. I think we just figured we'd wing it and.
No, we were going to print one up, kind of like what we had, just without the headshots.
But we don't. But I mean, you don't know who's going to talk, right? Isn't it like? I mean,
No,
we know Ed.
But having the schedule where people can go up and write. So since it's just a piece of paper,
I see
you
what
can
you're saying.
have slots set up and say, okay, go. If you want to talk during this time, just go put your name on the.
This is.
On the board.
This is. I wish I could capture this moment as the perfect dichotomy between the two of you.
What's that?
Where John is like, we should plan this out. And Eric is like, well, let's fucking wing it. I'm pretty sure fucking winging it is the right way to go.
We'll figure it out at the. Just whoever gets to the projector first, you're on.
That's it. Hopefully, we have enough projectors. I mean, I think we do, but shoot, man, we got
do.
more rooms.
You're planning an uncon?
No, you don't plan an uncon. You just
Hence the Uncon.
offer. Yeah, you just offer it
Right, but John is like, let's plan things for the Uncon, and you're like, let's not plan things because it's supposed to be
He's talking about time
impromptu.
slots.
Yeah.
He's talking about time slots.
We changed the names of the rooms trying to have some fun with it, and came up with Uncon Garage because you're testing out a talk. You're taking it to the garage. I thought it was clever. We have the Laravel Studio, the PHPUgly Hall, and the PHP Architect Ballroom.
I was gonna tell him. Well, I guess he could have just looked at the schedule and seen it. I was hoping to surprise Tom with that, but
Oh,
yeah, Laravel is sponsoring their room, which we appreciate.
Wait, oh, wait, hold on. I was reading Discord. What are the names? God, I hate you guys.
It's on the website, man.
No, but you just said like you was supposed.
yeah, go to the website. You'll see them. No,
Okay,
it's
it
the
was the
Uncon Garage, Laravel Studio, the PHP Architect Ballroom, and the PHPUgly Hall.
Oh, okay. So I missed the PHPUgly Hall. I thought that the ballroom was a joke about Eric again. I'm never gonna not find that not funny. That
Glad you enjoy it.
I mean, someone has to.
A cheese sheet?
What's a cheat sheet?
A cheat
I-
sheet,
what do
but
we-
I'm trying to figure it out.
What do they have to study for? What did they miss? What are we talking about?
I have to say my little rant about the integrity of your conference got one
Took me a-
person
Took me a
got
minute.
one person gave me a thumbs up, and I was proud of that.
I'm not sure the story was true, but okay.
That was the point. It wasn't supposed to be. But
No, it's
I didn't
that
read it.
the integrity of conferences in general.
It's you know what? I'm be honest with you. It's a hard thing to do.
I'm not in a position to say that I'm like proud because I'm not your parent or whatever, but the way that you guys are running this is of the
Right into the
highest
ground?
caliber. No, it's of the highest caliber. I love the way you guys are running this. I love the sacrifices that you're making. I am proud to be a part of it, even in the smallest amount. Just doing 4 hours of promotion a month.
It's funny because it's true.
But no, I am very proud to be a part of this. You guys
We're
you guys
excited
are
about
doing
it.
you guys are doing great, and this is the reason that we're all friends. We all try to be good people doing the right thing and helping each other, and it's great that you guys have gotten PHP Architect the way you've gotten it, and that PHP Tech is launching with the success that it's launching. I am very proud.
We are pretty happy.
And we're gonna have to work on your definition of success. Sherry Wheeler, if you're still listening, your order is on its way.
Was Sherry in Discord?
No, she wasn't tonight, but
Oh,
no, I know in there sometimes, so it's just just in case. They were lurking.
did you read?
Sarah,
her
I've
latest-
got a
her
tweet sent
latest
out to you. You
contribution?
have not responded.
Not yet.
It's good. It's a feature for sure. I just need to write up a contract and all that.
Cool. All right. Ready to call it?
Yeah, sure. Let me do some editing.
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
Thanks for hanging
Appreciate
out
you.
with us, everybody. Bye.